Imagine gazing up at a sky filled with shimmering stars, scattered like diamonds across a dark velvet canvas, each one representing a distant world, an unfathomable mystery. Yet, amidst that grand universe, one profound question lingers: what if Earth were the only planet with life? This tantalizing scenario flips the cosmic narrative on its head and plunges us into the depths of existential reflection. It fuels not just our imagination but also a stark realization of our unique, fragile existence. Buckle up as we embark on a journey to explore the implications, revelations, and emotional depth surrounding this captivating thought. Now, let's unpack this intriguing premise. If Earth were indeed the solitary cradle of life in an otherwise barren universe, how does that reshape our understanding of ourselves? You might be wondering why this matters. Well, it forces us to confront the very essence of what it means to be human. Our planet, swirling with blue oceans and lush green terrains, is not just our home but also a beacon in the cosmic void, infinitely precious, yet precariously balanced. The loneliness of Earth could lead to profound connections among its inhabitants. It might foster a deep appreciation for every living being. Consider this: the vast great silence surrounding us leaves us as the sole custodians of life as we know it. It begs the question, how would we treat one another? Would we come together to protect our shared haven, or would the weight of such solitude drive us apart? The implications of being alone in a vast universe would ripple outward into every facet of society, from politics to art, culture to science. And the reality is that every choice we make carries an extraordinary weight. Now, pause for a moment. Let's take an emotional leap and think about our greatest fears. One of the most profound human fears is loneliness, a primal instinct that runs deep within our collective psyche. If Earth were the only planet harboring life, would that fear amplify or evolve? Would we cherish our relationships more, knowing that outside our planet, the void looms? Or might we cling so tightly to our circle that we lose sight of the diversity and beauty around us? Stepping into the realm of possibilities, let's explore how societal structures might shift. Would politics take on a new hue? In a world where the fate of life rests entirely on our shoulders, the notion of global governance could take on a completely new meaning. The challenges we currently face, climate change, wars, inequality, would suddenly feel even more acute. Our choices would be a matter of survival, not just for ourselves, but for every creature that calls Earth home. The question you may be pondering now is, how would humanity unite to confront these imminent threats? Consider the scientific community, an engine of innovation and discovery. If scientists were propelled by the knowledge that they are the only ones capable of uncovering the secrets of existence, would that intensify their quest for knowledge? Would breakthroughs come faster, ignited by an urgency that stems from the desire to protect life's legacy? We can already see echoes of that passion today, with dedicated scientists racing against time to unravel questions of sustainability, biodiversity, and our planet's health. Now, think about what that urgency could look like if it were global and universally shared, every mind focused on nurturing the one and only life-giving world in the universe. Switching gears, let's turn to spirituality and consciousness. The existential implications of being the sole life-bearers could lead to transformative philosophical shifts. Many religions posit the concept of a higher power, yet if we were all that existed, it could redefine our relationship with the universe. Would we search for meaning in every being, every raindrop, every heartbeat? Might religion evolve into a more inclusive, holistic understanding that embraces all forms of life and their interconnectedness? You might be wondering how humanity might express this newfound understanding. Imagine art, poetry, and music blossoming with themes of unity, survival, and reverence for the natural world. The loneliness of space could inspire profound creativity and perhaps even a renaissance of cultural expression. The echoes of our existence would not merely reflect individual struggles but a collective narrative, a testament to the beauty and fragility of life. Let's pivot to an aspect that may surprise you: our technological advancement. In a universe devoid of other life forms, what could our tech landscape look like? Consider how current advancements are already geared toward problem-solving for a planet with rich biodiversity and complex ecosystems. If we existed in solitude, the impetus to create technology aimed at exploring and preserving our world could soar. Space travel, climate control technologies, and sustainability efforts would likely become paramount, not only for exploration but also for the protection of Earth's delicate balance. Now, here's something you might not expect. What if this isolation inspired a more profound connection to our environment? The knowledge that we are the sole caretakers could lead to a dramatic shift in how we perceive nature. As we stand at the crossroads of extinction, with countless species disappearing at an alarming rate, our only world would become a sacred entity, imbuing every forest, river, and mountain with life-affirming significance. This bond could ignite a global movement, transforming how we interact with the planet from exploitation to stewardship. But hold on. Just when you think we might have painted a hopeful picture of our potential, let's dive into some uncomfortable realities. Darker impulses could emerge from this situation. The emotions tied to being the last life forms could create tensions rather than unity. Imagine the consequences of nationalism paired with our perception of cosmic isolation. It could lead to destructive tribalism where Earth's inhabitants demonize one another. The very essence of humanity could be threatened if fear and paranoia seeped into our collective consciousness. What if our response to solitude was to hoard resources? If we saw ourselves as the last group of beings on a life raft, would survival instincts overtake compassion? Perhaps societies would fracture into exclusive factions, each believing they must secure their own survival, regardless of the fate of others. This could lead to social unrest, conflict, and an erosion of trust. Just when you thought humanity might unite, you're left grappling with the dark shadows of our nature. However, don't despair just yet. Let's circle back to a potentially uplifting aspect, the quest for meaning. In a universe where we occupy a unique position, what if the search for life beyond Earth became synonymous with the search for ourselves? The desire to explore the cosmos could ignite a spirit of adventure and deeper understanding. Every spacecraft launched would not only seek signs of life but also reflect our yearning for connection and knowledge. You might be wondering how this exploration could manifest. Picture global collaboration, nations working in harmony toward a shared goal, something extraordinary. The dream of reaching other stars could unite us to step beyond the petty differences that divide us today. If we were the only bearers of life, our missions to explore distant planets would be steeped in hope, beauty, and the desire to discover not only the mystery of other worlds but also the mystery within ourselves. Now, hold on to that thought because we're just getting started. As we peel back the layers of this what-if scenario, it becomes increasingly complex and nuanced. Think about how we currently perceive our status in the universe and how it might shift. Could the quest for knowledge lead us to question the very nature of life itself? The exploration of our identity as life-bearers could inspire rich discussions within the realms of philosophy and science. Think of it as a philosophical quest. If we are alone, does that mean life is an accident or a cosmic purpose? The narratives we craft would become a reflection on humanity's role in the universe. Could that spark a reevaluation of what it means to be alive, the responsibilities we carry to future generations, and our duty to protect the only home we know? Yet, that leads us to a rather pressing question. If we find ourselves utterly alone, what does it mean for the future of human evolution? If we are destined to be the only intelligent species in a sea of silence, could it bring about significant changes in how we evolve as a species? Should we forget the evolutionary past and embrace a version of ourselves that transcends survival? What comes next will leave you speechless as we venture deeper into this fascinating reality. Imagine a human species that evolves not just for survival but for the sake of creativity, art, and expression. With the weight of existence resting solely upon our shoulders, our motivations could shift dynamically, allowing our ambitions to spiral into realms previously unimagined. If we became the stewards of life, our evolution could become a race toward understanding, compassion, and a sense of belonging. Pause and reflect for a moment. What if love, empathy, innovation, and creativity became the dominant forces guiding us? Could our species evolve into a civilization where emotional intelligence reigns supreme, resulting in richer interpersonal connections and a deeper understanding of what it means to be part of this great cosmic tapestry? This leads us to ask the heart of the matter: what if we were the architects of our own destiny? With the universe as our canvas, we could reshape what it means to coexist. We could foster communities that prioritize peace, culture, and deep-rooted respect for life, forging legacies that inspire future generations. So, as we journey through this thought-provoking narrative, hold on to those mental threads we've woven together. What we have yet to unravel could define our very existence. The moment is coming when everything converges into a singular, mind-bending revelation. As we continue this exploration, we'll uncover what it truly means to be the only planet with life. But for now, as we take a respite before delving into the concluding act of our narrative, consider this: the silence of the cosmos echoes louder within us, igniting questions we've long been afraid to ask. In the second half, we will dive deeper into the emotional and intellectual ramifications of our existence, exploring what lies beyond the horizon of our understanding. So, stay tuned. The journey is far from over, and the next installment promises to unveil astonishing insights that will leave you pondering long after the final words are spoken. As we resume our journey, let's dive deeper into the emotional and intellectual ramifications of being the only planet with life, an idea both exhilarating and daunting. If we are truly alone, this loneliness invites a plethora of questions about our purpose and the significance of our individual and collective existence. Imagine generations contemplating their place in the cosmos. The prospect of being life's sole custodians could catalyze a profound philosophical movement, one that seeks not just understanding but connection. Think of the questions that would permeate our conscious thought. What is the value of a single life in the tapestry of time? How do our actions resonate through the silence of eternity? These queries could form a new cultural paradigm, one deeply intertwined with reverence for every life form and a commitment to nurturing what we have. More than a quest for meaning, being the lone bearers of life could inspire urgency in how we behave. Picture this: each sun-dappled morning, each moonlit night, becoming moments of exquisite significance. Would every sunrise spur us on to cherish our planet? Would the knowledge that its beauty and complexity rest solely on our shoulders ignite an unyielding desire to protect and preserve this fragile ecosystem? The implications stretch beyond personal introspection. They encompass our societal frameworks as we grapple with the enormity of our responsibility. Historically, crises have led to innovation. Might this sense of cosmic isolation propel us toward greater creativity and humanitarianism? You can envision a global renaissance, sparked by the notion that we are the architects of our fate. Our artistic and scientific endeavors could flourish, with the goal of healing and unifying rather than dividing. We may find ourselves drawn to collaboration over competition, repairing not only our planet but also the social fabric that binds us together. Consider art and literature. Underpinning humanity's craft is an ever-present desire to communicate our experiences. In a universe devoid of voices, we might prioritize preserving our narratives, documenting every heartbeat and whispered thought. This would not just be a rich archive of human history, it would become a treasure trove of shared stories, a legacy etched across time. Our expression of existence could foster empathy, allowing future generations to immerse themselves in the emotions, struggles, and triumphs of those who came before. Now, reflect on how our scientific pursuits might evolve in this light. If we understood that we are the only ones capable of unlocking the mysteries of our universe, would our thirst for knowledge deepen? Imagine the symbiosis between artistic expression and scientific exploration, where curiosity and creativity dance hand in hand. The quest to understand black holes, the very fabric of reality, or the intricacies of genetic engineering might come alongside an insistence on ethical responsibility. We'd be cognizant of the fact that our findings, our answers, could hold the life of Earth in their balance. As these dialogues unfold, let's shift our attention to potential challenges. the burden of existence often cultivates anxiety. After all, we are creatures susceptible to fear. Would the knowledge of our solitude incubate new forms of existential dread? Imagining the vastness of the universe, filled with silence, can evoke a sense of desolation. It may lead some to paradoxically retreat into insulated bubbles, clinging tightly to familiar comforts, fearing the unfamiliar other. Dangerously, this could fray the very fabric of our humanity. What if, in our search for safety, we stratify our societies further? The concept of us versus them could morph into a robust narrative, fueling divisions and animosities. It is worth contemplating whether the fear of being alone, instigated by the void, might ironically lead to alienation amongst us. Would we become trapped in echo chambers, amplifying our fears rather than fostering understanding across different cultures and ways of life? Let's consider how, instead of unease, we could nurture an environment of compassion as we grapple with our solitude. What would happen if we chose to amplify the voices of marginalized communities? The consciousness of our singular status could push us to embrace diversity in all its forms, celebrating varied perspectives, rich histories, and unique contributions to our shared existence. The result could be a profound understanding of shared humanity, nurturing dialogue that transcends borders and beliefs. Examining the potential intersection between our perceived isolation and technological advancement propels us into fascinating realms. If Earth were the last bastion of life, how might our thirst for exploration be informed by a sense of guardianship? Imagine technologies born not from the impulse to dominate but to preserve. Innovations in sustainable living, renewable energy, and ecological restoration could dominate the landscape of human achievement, each effort resonating with our collective commitment to protect our soul sanctuary. Let's envision a world where new technologies are entwined with ethical considerations, where every breakthrough serves as a reminder of our duty to the planet and one another. Environmental challenges encourage collaboration that transcends competition, conflicts give way to shared aspirations for progress. Knowledge sharing becomes the foundation of advancement, where institutions, scientists, and individuals unite under the banner of life preservation. In this context, consider how our understanding of interconnectedness could expand into a fresh perception of the cosmos. If our plight resonates as a universal theme of existence, perhaps that knowledge instills a renewed urgency in our search for extraterrestrial life. No longer merely a quest for what might be out there, our desire to connect could come from an intrinsic need for kinship beyond our atmosphere. Each probe dispatched, each signal broadcasted, becomes not just an exploration of the unknown, but a heartfelt outreach, a cosmic expression of our longing for connection. Next, let's touch upon the emotional turbulence stirred by contemplating our existential status. There can be liberation in sheer acknowledgement. Yes, we are alone, but in that vacancy lies the power to craft our existence. The onus isn't necessarily a burden, it could be a call to arms, a battle cry urging us toward wiser choices. Freed from the distractions of rivalry, we might discover ways to mold a society rooted in collaboration rather than competition. The potential for a new era of collective consciousness beckons, where emotional intelligence and interpersonal understanding underpin our evolution. Pause here and visualize this newly emerging culture. What would it look like? Picture communal gatherings dedicated to exploring existential questions, discussion forums devoted to acknowledging our interconnected experience. Imagine vibrant artistic expressions capturing this zeitgeist, where musicians, writers, and creators infuse their works with themes of solidarity and resilience. The narratives unfolding could contribute to the collective revelation of who we are and who we strive to be. As we inch closer to conclusions regarding our unique status in the cosmos, let's come to terms with yet another unsettling reality, our moral duty towards future generations. Being the last known bearers of life carries tremendous responsibilities. If Earth were indeed a singular oasis in a sea of silence, we hold the reins to its heritage, its continuation. The choices we make today ripple through time, shaping outcomes for countless beings yet unborn. Consider the implications. Would we prioritize education that emphasizes stewardship of our planet? The philosophical inquiry into our purpose could spawn shifts in curricula devoted to sustainability and ethics. Children raised with those values might transform the landscape of future societies. Their campaigns might resonate with understanding, igniting movements that celebrate intergenerational responsibility, a legacy forming with love as its core. Yet this brings us to a crucial question: can we cultivate awareness of our counterparts' sovereignty? As we embrace this awareness, we may need to challenge conventions that promote exploitative impulses. The liberation from ignorance would demand we honor every life, extinguishing the notion that power can derive from dominance. Instead, our focus could pivot towards symbiosis, understanding life from a perspective that cherishes every speck within our ecosystem. In the closing threads of our narrative, let's turn our gaze toward the stars, not in dread but in hope. The cosmos need not remain an empty void, devoid of significance. What if we reimagine our relationship with the universe? Viewed through the lens of kinship, the once stark darkness transforms into a wellspring of potential, an expansive horizon inviting exploration and discovery. It is worth positing that to tread through the silence might become an epic journey. Perhaps our yearning to connect with others would lead us to reflect on what lies within us, on how our darkest places can inspire the light of countless stars. The quest for connection may uncover truths deeply embedded in the human experience. And so, we might find that even in the empty expanses, the loudest echoes come from the stories we tell ourselves. As we conclude our exploration of this captivating thought, we arrive at a poignant realization that being the only life-bearing planet may indeed illuminate what it means to truly be human. Our solitude can be a crucible, generating strength, innovation, and transformation. Armed with this awareness, we become the champions of our world, stewards of existence, empowered not by fear, but by love. In the end, holding space for the complexities of our reality should inspire not only solace but also action. Every choice, every relationship, and every moment becomes an opportunity to weave a richer tapestry of existence. As we step into our collective future, let us do so with the understanding that our greatest treasure lies in the interconnectedness we nurture. So here's the undeniable truth: in the silence of the cosmos, we unravel the vivid threads of our humanity. The absolute impossibility of our existence fosters the extraordinary. Each act of care, each voice raised in unity becomes a luminous jewel in the dark tapestry of the universe. Let this be our legacy, a testament to the enduring spirit of connection, hope, and the boundless potential we carry as the only life in this infinite expanse. Let us dream, let us create, and let us forge a future where our existence resonates with the heartbeat of the universe itself.